Good afternoon. How are we doing? Why does it look like I don't know what's happening today? I'm sorry, my apologies that we are late. Um, our network has really been misbehaving today. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why. It will just go off. So please bear with me that we are coming up so late, almost 10 whole minutes late. You know, that is unlike me. So, how are you? Welcome to Growth Habits with Ngozi. I am your personal guide on the journey of growth. How was your weekend? How is everything? Um, yeah. Okay, I want to just do a check round to ensure that everything is okay. Um, okay, so at least I'm sure we are live on Facebook. Okay, we are live on Instagram. We're live on YouTube. Let me make sure we are live on LinkedIn. All right, we're live on LinkedIn. Okay. Welcome to Growth Habits once again. As I said today, this morning has been so interesting because I logged on as usual, did all my cleanup, set up here, set up there, change the titles, do all those things. And funny, let me go live. All the network went off everywhere, as in everywhere. Phone, tablet, laptop. So as I was trying to figure out what happened, the network came up on my tab on my phone. Sorry, I said, okay, let me quickly switch to the phone. I don't have time for this. Let me just do what I can. Let me use the phone. There's no need. The setup on the phone because I've not used the phone to go live through this streaming software that I've been using. To set up on the phone was another thing altogether. Every attempt, finally, it came on. Like I said, today has been an interesting day. Finally, it came on. As it came on, let me go live. We started changing all the settings. I looked, my tablet somehow has gotten network. I was going to switch to tablet before I looked and the laptop was back. So I quickly came back here. So please, yeah, bear with me this morning. It's one of those mornings. Technology, good. Sometimes, I don't know. Things used to happen to technology. So, okay, I'm just trying to unset. Is that a word? My tablet, my phone that I had set up to remove all the things and put it away. Yeah, so this is Growth Habits with Ngozi. I am your personal guide on the journey of growth. How are you? How are you? How are you? How is it with you where you are? Um, okay, I'm going to do something. I don't usually do this. I'm going to do this because this person is that special. So I'm going to do a shout out. Today happens to be the birthday of someone that is very special, someone that is in fact, I don't even know special. I'm thinking that there's another word, if not special to you. She is precious to me. And that person is Kelechi Obuka. Happy birthday to you. I pray for you today that the blessings of God will rest. They've started resting, but that they will just overshadow you. The blessings of God will sit solidly upon your life, upon the works of your hands, upon everything that you do. Today, from this day forward, you'll begin to see a different dimension of relationship, a different dimension of God, a different dimension of fellowship with God. So do enjoy your day today. Happy birthday once again, Kelechi Obuka. All right, so that is out of the way. Yeah, and there's somebody I've been trying to get in touch with. Let me say this here now. I've tried to send her messages on Facebook. She was like always at all the live sessions, always commenting, but for a long time I've not heard from her. I've not seen her comments. I sent her messages on Messenger because I don't have her phone number. If I had her phone number, I would have sent her WhatsApp message or called her. Her name is Favor. So, Favor, if you're seeing this, do reach out to me. I've sent you several um, Messenger, Facebook Messenger messages, but you've not responded to any, and that is very unusual. It's very, very unusual. Favor Choma. Um, I don't know where you are, but I'm missing you. Let me put it that way. Please, 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 please do reach out to me. If you see this, if you are able to um, respond, do respond. And if you can, do send me your WhatsApp number so that I can stay in touch with you that way also, not just but her Facebook is saying she was active some, is it 2 hours ago? I'm saying, okay, let me believe that she's active. All right, so thank you once again, and welcome to Growth Habits. Yes, today is like quite interesting and quite different. I can see someone on Facebook, but I don't know who it is. Coach Ify, I can see you on Instagram. Thank you for joining me. Um, I wonder why when I go live from this streaming platform, I can't see who is actually there. Um, three people, but I can't see who they are. Interesting. Okay, let's see how it goes. Let's just go on. All right, so today, yeah, today, I'm still trying to see if I can figure a way to know who is the person on Facebook. That's why I can't see it. I really don't know why. But it's showing me three, but I can't see the names. I don't know who they are. All right, so welcome to session 127. Session 127 of Growth Habits with Ngozi. And today we're going to discuss discipline of diligence. Discipline of diligence. Remember that, okay, my apologies. 1 minute once again. Oof, really, today is very interesting. Last week, we began a new series. Yeah, a lot of things are not showing me as they should. So I'm kind of trying to run hither and thither, as they say, trying to see what is wrong. I don't know whether it's only myself that's seeing all these things. Please, if you're on Facebook and Instagram, let me know if everything is showing correctly. You can hear me, you can see me, the video is clear, because from my end, it's not looking that clear. Okay, so we started the series on habits of excellence, and our first session was excellence in the small things. That was what we discussed on that, our first session. Okay, also, I can see you on Instagram also. Okay, it's showing. Okay, awesome. Maybe it's because of the issues the laptop had this morning that is not showing me very clearly. The picture is not looking very clear, so I'm wondering what's happening. Okay, thank you, Coach Ify, for confirming that everything is okay from your end. So, as I was saying, we started a series on habits of excellence, and last week we talked about excellence in small things, and we decided this series for this whole month of October that we're going to discuss. We're going to use mnemonics a lot, a lot. Um, I learned that from Coach Ify. Let me give her shout out because I've always known about mnemonics, but I never really bothered too much about it. I wasn't too crazy about it. But I learned from her that it helps you really remember things, it helps you keep things in mind. So I decided to explore. So last week I used a lot of mnemonics. If you were here, we talked about habits of um, excellence in small things. And we said that greatness, it grows from the small, consistent acts of excellence. Going to work early, even just being early generally, not just going to work, having that appreciation of people's time by always being on time, not being someone that is always late. Um, Being someone that is just truthful, that people know you as a person of integrity, as someone that tells this truth, that speaks. Okay, cool. If Oza was on Facebook before, all right, no problem. That speaks the truth, um, always, even when nobody's seeing you speaking the truth. Someone that lives a life of um, honesty, faithfulness, even when no one is seeing you, especially when no one can see. So being able to develop those small, consistent acts of excellence in everything that we do. That was what we talked about last week. We said excellence is not perfection. Nobody is talking about perfection. It's just consistency in the ordinary things, being able to do those things consistently over time. And we also said that when you're faithful in the little, it actually prepares you for the bigger assignments. Many of us, we think that we can afford to be unfaithful in the little things. And then when the big one comes, magically we will develop the powers to be faithful. It doesn't work that way. Be faithful in the little things, show excellence in the little things. By the time you have the big things, you're already used to. It's normal for you. You don't even have to think about it to be excellent and to do um, what needs to be done. And we said the first, let me just mention just one of the mnemonics. I can't go through all of them now, was habit, HABIT. And it was handle things carefully, aim for consistency, build identity through your actions, integrate excellence, then trust grows daily. That's habit. Small disciplines that we do not once in a while, every time. That is how we truly develop greatness. And today we're going to build on that foundation. Things are just popping up on my phone, so I'm distracted. Things are popping. I don't know what they are. Not like messages, but suddenly the phone is just showing things. So that is why I'm becoming distracted by it. But it's okay. We will go on. So today we're going to look at the discipline that sustains this excellence we're talking about. That is diligence. That is diligence. And the aim at the end of this session is to help each and every one of us, including myself, develop a lifestyle of steady, of consistent, of faithful effort. That's diligence. And in everything, to develop a lifestyle of steady, consistent, and faithful effort in all things. That is what we want to achieve. We know that the Bible says, for those of us that are Christians, the Bible says that it says, I think it's Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs, in the book of Proverbs. I can't remember exactly where now, but it says, do you see a man diligent in his works? He will stand before kings and not mere men. So diligence is important. It's diligence that sets you apart. It's diligence that makes you, a mark. Just look at the people that we see, the stars that we follow, the influencers that we all, are going crazy about. Check their lives. They are diligent in what they are doing. They live a life of excellence in whatever it is they are doing, whatever their craft is. Just go and check. Look for the highest or the biggest influencers on Facebook, on Instagram, check them out. What will you notice about all of them? They are diligent. That which they are doing, they keep doing it. They don't take a break. I saw a post recently, yeah, about there's this young lady that I follow her on Facebook. Yeah, and what made me start following her was that she does hair. She has her natural hair. She videos herself making her hair, different styles, and that was why I started following her. But she has transitioned to, okay, I started noticing that she now does cooking videos also, and generally right now I think her life is on Facebook. And one thing I can say, aside from all the things that are happening around her now, one thing I can say that every single day, that young lady is on Facebook. I think she's also on YouTube. I don't know. It's only on Facebook that I follow her. I can't remember her name for some reason. It's just escaping me. But every single day, two, three, four, five videos. At a point, I was like, you're too much in our face. Me now, because I don't know how to be that kind of, what I call the exposure for me always feels like too much. But almost every aspect of her life is on social media. Why I'm bringing her up is consistency, this diligence we're talking about. It looks like, yeah, maybe, well, I say it's not a negative diligence, but she is diligent. She is diligent. In fact, her whole family is in on it. And everybody, her husband, her children, everybody's on the social media thing. And they are just back to back videos, back to back to back. I heard that it's from that the big life in quotes that they are living now is from social media. It's from what she gets from Facebook, what she gets from YouTube. The other time I saw her buy a Mercedes car that is like state of the art. They're not living in Nigeria, so you know that to buy cars outside is not the same as buying cars in Nigeria. For those that know, so, state of the art Mercedes, not Toyota or Honda. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Toyota or Honda are bad, but you understand. Toyota, Mercedes is like class car. Please don't come for me, Toyota. Don't come for me, Honda. Please. But Mercedes is Mercedes nonetheless. So, she got that. And all this is from being on social media. And like I said, I'm giving the example because of her diligence. She is at it almost 24 hours of the day. She's at it. Steady, consistent effort. That is what we are talking about. Steady, consistent effort in whatever it is you're doing. Steady, consistent effort. Things. So, definition of diligence, um, I've actually defined it, but it's a steady, careful, and persistent effort in what you do. Steady, careful. If I should even add intentional, persistent effort in what you do, whatever it is you do. And when you remain consistent, when you keep on keeping on, you will begin to see results. You might not see results initially. I'm sure when this young lady I'm talking about started making those hair videos, she might not have been getting the views, she might not have been getting money, but she kept at it because I saw so many of her videos then where she's making her hair, making her daughter's hair, do it. It was too many, really. And then she started, I guess because she can't make her hair all the time, she now went into videoing herself cooking for her family. From there, I guess she blew up millions of views, millions of subscribers, and what have you. And they're living large from that now. Now, once again, my own issue that I think really too much of her life is now on social media, but that's a different story. And I say this because recently, really, recently, she did a video content. It's content she was doing. It's not as if, you know, this is how what I'm believing, but it was content where, she's currently pregnant. So she was doing how she behaves when her husband is there and when her husband is not there. And like when her husband is not there, she's strong, she can do one or two things. When her husband is not there, she suddenly becomes no, when her husband is not there, she's strong. Sorry. Sorry. But when her husband is there, when he comes into the room, oh, she becomes like weak. And in this particular video, she like picked up her son, flung him on the bed, then raised up the bed to pick something like under the foam with the son inside the bed. Then her husband came in and she was now, struggling, trying to lift the foaming, this same mattress that she just jacked up without any stress. Now that her husband walked into the room, she was now doing as if she's about to fall. He rushed, got her out of the way, put down the mattress and rescued the son from inside the mattress where she threw him. It's sounding funny, but when I saw it, I was like, no, this is too much. This is too much. The way she really flung that boy, honestly, in my head, I'm like, if this is content, this is just too much. The next video I saw, somebody watched that video because they're in the UK and reported her. The police came to her house to check. So this is why I say there's a negative part to this story I'm telling, not to Diligence. It's to this particular story that I'm telling us of this particular young lady. So diligence is steady, careful, and persistent effort in what you do. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Put in steady, careful, intentional, persistent effort. That is diligence. One thing about diligence, let me add this here too. The faithfulness required for you to be seen as diligent, for you to be called a diligent person, continues. That effort, that faithfulness, that careful, steady, consistent, persistent effort that you're putting in, whether there is recognition or not, you are putting in that same effort. Whether there is recognition or not, you're putting in that same effort. Now, I don't know you that are watching. Oh, okay. If yes, I think her name is, yes, you're right. It's Olivia. That is her name of the person I was talking about. So, diligence is not when you've been recognized. It's being diligent when nobody is even recognizing you. To just be consistent, keep doing what you are doing. In time, you will be recognized, but the core truth is that many a times our diligence is not seen initially, is not recognized initially, but you remain steady, you remain careful, you remain intentional, and you remain persistent in the effort that you're putting in. I can't overemphasize the fact that this needs to be in the small things, not just in the ones that are seen. You understand? It's not just when people are seeing it, even when no one is seeing it. Especially when no one is seeing it. Especially when no one is seeing it. So, yeah, that is diligence. That is what we are talking about today. And when we look at diligence, the principles that make up diligence, there are 5 I want to focus on. 5 principles of diligence I want to just look at, and I want us to Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I can see Neka Jerry on Facebook. Um, also, are you in both places? I'm seeing you on Facebook again. I don't know if you're in both places. Okay. Somehow I just saw the maybe because okay, they liked, that's why I saw them. And then I saw your comment. Okay, so we're going to look at 5 principles of diligence. And I'm going to once again use my mnemonics. Yay! And that mnemonic is focus. 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 These are the 5 principles of diligence. 1F, faithfulness in the little. Faithfulness in the little. Diligence has to begin with how you manage the little things. If you can be diligent in the little things, I said this last week and I repeat it. If you can be diligent in the little things, if you can be consistent in the little things, when the big ones come, you're used to this level of carefulness, you're used to this level of excellence, you're used to this level of effort, and you just continue it. So it is essential. An essential part of diligence is that faithfulness in the little things. Very essential part of it. Very essential part of it. So diligence begins with faithfulness in the little things. If I can't trust you in the little things, why should I trust you in the big ones? If I can't trust you um, in our dealings, our day-to-day dealings, why should I trust you in business? I shouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So we need to really sort out this issue of diligence, of faithfulness in the little things. If in my day-to-day dealings with you, I don't see you as an honest person, why would I do business with you now? Why? I wouldn't. So that is why diligence begins with the little things, how you manage the small things, how you manage the things you think are really relevant. Because in your mind, is this really relevant? If each time I ask you to do something, no matter how small that thing is, you have an excuse why you can't do it, you're sloppy with that chore that I gave you or that activity, why would I give you the bigger one? When the bigger one comes, should I not look for someone that is not sloppy? Someone that at least I'm sure will do it because I've seen them, I've tested, they're able to do the little ones. So yeah, it is important that we are consistent in those things we think are small, because nobody really will trust you with the big if you're not consistent in the small ones. No one. It's rare if it ever happens. Then we need to understand under this faithfulness in the little that time that you're being consistent, doing the work, learning, preparing yourself in that hidden season, that is like your proving ground from when you are promoted, from when your activities or your actions become public. That is your proving ground. So ensure that you truly make the most of that proving time. Faithfulness in the little. That is our F. Then, if I even ask us now, are there little tasks, little in your own, understanding, small tasks that you generally neglect? But as you're looking now, as you're thinking, you realize that they actually deserve some renewed attention. Face those things. If you just take 3, 4, 5 minutes now and do a quick check in your heart, in your mind, some things will show to you that I've really neglected. Yeah, they look like small tasks, but I've really neglected it. And once you have that in her mind, please give it some attention this week. Give that task some attention this week. Give it some attention this week. Okay, so the O of the principles of diligence is ownership of responsibility. Ownership of responsibility. People who are diligent, they take responsibility. They don't pass the buck. They don't pass the buck. They don't give excuses. Um, Recently, I had something I was supposed to do and send to someone, and honestly, I was not feeling the best. I was not feeling the best, and I could have easily said, "I'm not feeling fine, so I will not do this thing." But instead of not doing it at all, because I don't know how to fail somebody completely, because it's something I have built up, it's something I have worked on my own before it became, before anybody knew about anything that I can do. I had already, perfect. When I don't want to use the word perfect then, but I've worked on not giving excuses. It's difficult for me to give you an excuse why I didn't do something. I would attempt first. So I started that job. It's not like a paid job or anything, so that I don't think it's not like a paid job, but it's something we had agreed I would do. And I would give this person pass to her to continue and do something else with it. So I actually started it. I couldn't finish it because I really was not feeling my best, but I started it because I don't know how to give those excuses. It can be a minus for me sometimes because it means I now press myself, I push myself a little more than I should, but at least I will not completely fail you. So because by the time I gave the person, excuse me, what I had done, it was obvious that it's not complete. I now explained why it's not complete, but at least I did something. I couldn't, I wasn't going to come to her and give the excuse first. No, I had to have, the attempt that I made before I now explain why the attempt is not complete. And she understood completely because I had done something. I didn't give excuse. I took responsibility that this job is not complete. It's my fault. It's not because I was sick. It's my fault. It's because I didn't even, maybe I didn't attempt. If I hadn't done anything at all, it will still be my fault. I don't know if we are getting what I'm saying. So diligent people take responsibilities. They do not make excuses. This is not saying that you will never have a time that maybe you are not able to because you're just not able to. That's not what we are saying. But like the example I gave, I made an attempt. I didn't just say, okay, no, I can't, which is what many of us do, including myself. I still do it sometimes. But generally, I hardly give excuses without putting in some effort first. Without putting in some effort first. So, ownership of responsibility. Take responsibility. Don't give excuses. And another thing that people who are diligent do is that they fix, they improve, they follow through. They don't, they at least, like I said, they make an attempt. They make an attempt. They try to put things right first. They are always thinking of how can I improve this? How can I fix this? Not giving one excuse of the reason why they can't. They make an attempt. Okay, that's the O of the principles of diligence. And I always tell people, I try to tell people, I never say always, I try to tell people many times we use the excuse of this is not my job. I'm not saying you should go and take up responsibility that's not your own too much. I'm not saying you should go and, put yourself into people's activities, no, you don't have to take up other people's responsibilities like that. But, if you can, there's no problem. But you don't have to now do it to the extent that you're to your own detriment. Of course not. But instead of always feeling, this is not my job, I don't have to, why not think, how can I improve this? How can I make this better? It doesn't mean I'm going to take the whole thing and do. That's not what I'm advocating here. But when you look at situations, when you look at issues with that mindset of, how can I improve this? How can I make this better? I believe that it always leads to the best options. Once again, you're not going to carry extra responsibility. That's not what I'm talking about. But your mindset is always, how can I make this better? Not, oh, this is not my job, so I don't have to. No. How can I improve this? Works for me. Think about it. Maybe apply it in one or two areas of your own life and let me know how it goes. The next, that's the third point or the third principle of diligence is consistency over convenience. That's our C. Remember, the mnemonic is focus, Focus. We've looked at the F, which is faithfulness in the little. We've looked at the O, ownership of responsibility. So we're looking at the C now, consistency over convenience. Remember, diligence is not necessarily, it's not just doing things when it's easy. It's really not. It's actually doing things because this is the right thing to do. Our feelings will always fluctuate. So I might not always feel like doing. Our feelings fluctuate. But the discipline, the habits that we have formed, that is what stabilizes us. And that is what diligence is all about. Forming those habits that will stabilize you when your feelings, that will give you the ginger, the motivation you need when your feelings are not quite there. Last week, I came here and I did my growth habits on Tuesday. But last week, I was not feeling fine. I mean, I was not feeling fine. One person noticed it. I was surprised because I didn't think it showed. But she noticed that something is not quite 100%. And she asked me, I could have given her this. I could have actually canceled that session. I could have. But, this is the thing. When, when something has become like a habit for you, you try to at least put in the effort to do it, even if not at 100%. Remember, I said this earlier, even if it's not 100%, at least put in that effort. The feelings will always fluctuate. Some days you won't feel like, but habits, the discipline that you have established will get you up and help you do the needful. Okay, that is the C. You, because I'm looking at it and I'm seeing that I'm running short of time, especially since we started a bit late today. You, understanding purpose. FOCU, understanding purpose. F, once again, faithfulness in the little. O, ownership of responsibility. C, consistency over convenience. U, understanding purpose. When you can't be diligent if you don't know why you're doing something, just you it's difficult. That is when you're not feeling it, you leave it because you don't know your why. You don't understand your why. So understanding why you're doing what you are doing fuels consistency, fuels the diligence, strengthens your vision, makes you endure, gives you perseverance that you need. Your why. So why are you doing whatever it is? Why are you doing it? What is that why? Why are you working in that office? It's not just to make money. It really isn't. Think about it. Why are you there? If you're working just to make money, you need to rethink, really. Because when you're working just for making money, burnout is closer than you think. I am telling you. When I was working full time, 9 to 5 jobs, initially it was just look, I need to get out, I need to make money. But when that was the reason, I got tired quickly. When things go south a little, I'm like, nope, this is not what I signed up for. You're not paying me enough for this. How many of us have said that before? I'm not being paid enough for this. But when I switched in my mind from, okay, this is not a job. It's not just a job. Let me not say it's not a job. It's not just a job for me now. There are people that I need to reach in this office. There are people that I need to help by doing this job, this work. When I did that switch in my mind, I could take a little bit more. I could put in a little more effort. I could go the extra mile because I understood now why I was there. So, understanding your purpose, understanding your why would definitely give you the fuel that you need to be more diligent, to be more focused, to be more to persevere more, to be more strengthened, to endure just a little bit more. This is not you suffering for nothing. Oh, please, no, this is not you suffering for nothing at all. This is you being diligent in whatever it is. So understand the purpose. And the S is stewardship mindset. Have a stewardship mindset. See it. I remember, I think I told us the story of when I understood that money was not mine. The money that I make is not mine. It's God's own, and He allows me to make use of part of it. How that changed how I handle money. That is stewardship mindset. I understood that this is an assignment that I'm doing, even the work that I do, this growth habits that I do, the things I post online, whatever activity you see me doing online, I am not doing it, will I say, for the fame or anything? Not really. I am doing it because this is an assignment. This is an assignment. And I must give account of it. I must give account of it to the one that sent me. So diligence, once again, is not perfection. We're not talking about being perfect. It's stewardship. It's handling the assignment like it is not, it's not yours. You have to give an account of it. Whatever you are doing, whatever it is. So it is stewardship. Stewardship mindset helps you be more diligent. All right, that is principles of diligence, FOCUS. I almost forgot how to spell focus for a second. Did you notice that? FOCUS. F, faithfulness in the little things. O, ownership of responsibility. C, consistency over convenience. U, understanding purpose. And S, stewardship mindset. Yeah, so I think I'm going to move on to some action points, some things that will help us, some action points that we can do that will help us be more diligent. I think I've mentioned most of them when I talked about focus, when I talked about the principles of diligence, but let me just mention these few. These are just four, they're not that many. Once again, we have a mnemonic: WORK, work. Because really, for you to be diligent, you have to work. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. That is how you remain diligent. That's how you remain persistent. That's how you persevere. You put in the work. WORK. W, work with purpose. We mentioned it earlier. Know your why. Before you even begin, know your why. Before you start any task, know your why. As you're doing the task, ensure that you align it with your visions, with your values. Let whatever it is you're doing align with your vision and your values, honestly. Whatever the work that you're doing in your office, let it align with your vision and your values. The business that you're doing, let it align with your visions and your values. Work with purpose. It takes away a large part of what causes us to, burn out, to stress out, to fail, in quote. Takes it away when we work with purpose. Oh, optimize your effort. Work smart. Plan ahead. Prioritize some things. Eliminate distractions to a large extent. Improve how you work. Don't just jump into work and begin. Whatever it is you're doing, this applies to anything that we're doing. Anything that we're doing. Yes, Coach Ify says understanding your why is one of the greatest fuel in life. Let me see Coach Ify herself now. She's someone that honestly that works with purpose because she posts almost every day, 2, 3 things, and I'm like, how do you do this? If she did not know her why, if she was not working with purpose, if she was not aligning what she was doing with her visions and values, I don't think she'll be able to be doing all that she's doing, honestly. She will not be able to. And I'm sure that she also optimizes her efforts. I heard her say the other day that she schedules some of her posts. She schedules a lot of her posts. So she doesn't have to come up every day to do the posting. She has optimized her efforts. She has improved how she works. So real life example here. The R, refine consistency. Keep showing up even when it is inconvenient. Even when you don't actually feel like it. Build um, build your reliability muscles. Let me let me use it that way. Build your reliability muscles. Just show up. Keep showing up. One day your efforts will really yield that big result you're looking for. One day it will show. One day you will see it, but keep doing. Keep doing. Don't give up. Okay, which is the last word, K. Keep growing. Learn something new every day, as in every day. Learn something new. Learn something new. Don't allow yourself to become a dinosaur that goes extinct. Don't allow yourself to be, overtaken by information, new information. Don't allow in fact, just don't allow yourself to be a relic. Don't allow yourself to be a relic. Learn something new every day. I've given us an example today. I learned mnemonics from Coach Ify. Not that I didn't know it before, but I learned it from her. And I saw the value in it. So always allow yourself to grow. Always allow yourself to grow. Let me say this, diligence is not about actually doing more. It's really not about doing more. It's more about doing things better, doing things steadily. Doing things better, doing things steadily. That is what diligence is about. So that is, we said work is our action points from diligence. Work with purpose, optimize your efforts, refine consistency, and keep growing. And yeah, I think I'm going to, I don't think I can finish these or not. I will conclude with next steps. Next steps. What do we do? How do we um, how do we build this diligence we're talking about? What can we do? What actions can we take? What steps can we take to build diligence. And once again, mnemonic, build. 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 B, begin small. Always the key, begin small. Choose one area that needs, you to be stronger in diligence. Just one area. You don't have to change everything at once. You don't have to change everything at once. Begin small. Choose one area. Start with improvement in one area. As you have mastered that, to move, to second area, third, like that. But begin small. If you take on too much at a time, if you want to improve too many things all at once, the tendency is that along the line you will get tired. But when you start small and you see yourself, oh, I've achieved this one, you move to the next. The impetus you need to move to the next is there because you just had a victory in the small that one that you started. So begin small. Begin small. Use structure. Use structure. Create routines. Create accountability systems. Use structure. Don't just wing it. Create some structure. For example, for each session I do on Tuesday, usually, unless something is not quite okay, I use Sundays to prepare for my Tuesday sessions. So usually by Sunday, I would have itemized what I want to talk about. I would have begun to do my research. Most times I actually completed that Sunday. If I don't, I still have Monday to finish whatever it is I have to do, and then I'm ready. This is me creating a routine. This is me creating a structure around what I am doing. If I don't have that structure and I'm just like anytime, I'll just prepare anytime, I might come up on a Tuesday and I have not prepared at all. That is actually what made me put in this structure. So Sundays, because usually, except some exceptions, Sundays are easygoing days. Once you come back from church, you can rest, and I make use of that time. So use structure, create routines, have accountability, have someone that can tell you, I didn't see your post something, I didn't see this, or I didn't, just like I said, the person just have accountability. Somebody that can notice, something is not right here. I ooh, invest in growth. These are your next steps. Build. Remember, that's the mnemonic we're using. Build. Begin small. Use structure. Invest in growth. Invest in growth. If it's book, read a book. Purchase that book if you have to. If you're not a hard copy person, you can buy the e-version of the book. Read a book. Take a course. Seek mentorship. Do something to help you sharpen your discipline. Invest in your growth. Invest in it. Put in the work. Put in the money if that's what needs to be done. Invest in growth. The fourth action step, log your progress. Journal your wins. See, journaling honestly has become like a crutch. That's what they call it. Something I lean on. Log your progress. Journal your wins. Track small, progress. Track everything. Track everything. Because the when you track, the small progress, the small failures, whatever it is, what it does for you that is building you for that big, you know, um, for that transformation, that big thing, big next thing. So journal your wins. Track. I read or I saw somewhere this lady that is I think it's Dang Lifestyle. She has this beauty products line, Dang. I think her name is Ife. So she shared, how she got the visa that she and her husband used to travel to America, and they're living in America now. The process that they went through to get that visa. And something she said in that video, and is about, journaling your wins, tracking your progress. One of the things they had to do because of the route they followed to get that visa, they had to prove that they were, someone that had expertise. And she had her evidence because she was tracking everything she was doing. She had evidence of all her activities. If anyone gave her any small reward anywhere, she had it. Small award anywhere, she had evidence because she was tracking. So journal everything, track everything, keep your records, log your progress. And finally, dedicate your work to God. I know some people are going to say, but yes, dedicate that work to God. Dedicate that work you're doing to God. He's the one that gave you the strength. He's the one that gave you the knowledge. He's the one that gave you the abilities. It's Him. It's Him. To dedicate that work to Him. End the day thanking Him. Begin the day speaking to Him about that thing that you want to do. And you will begin to see the improvements, you'll begin to see the progress, you'll begin to see the blessings, really. Dedicated to Him. As I conclude today, I ask you and I ask myself, what areas of your life, my life, requires more diligence? What areas? Just give it a thought. What areas do you require more diligence? I know my own. I will make an effort. I'll try. At least I know I will make an effort. I'm not saying I will definitely improve in this area because I can't say that right now, but I will make the effort. And as I make the effort, there will be improvements. I'm not saying I will master whatever it is today, tomorrow, within the next 1 week, but I will make the effort. So, what area of your life needs more diligence? If you would love to tell me, tell me. I would love to hold you accountable to it. Because remember that one of the things we need to do is to have accountability. I would love to hold you accountable. What area of your life needs more diligence? What distraction do you need to remove? Because sometimes the matter of just removing some distractions, that is what will make us more diligent. What distraction? Just one. Remember, no, start small. Small. What one distraction can you remove this week? What can you put in place to help you remember your why? Some people, they write it, somewhere where they can be seeing it all the time. If that will help you, please do. I know someone, I actually did it for a period, that records herself speaking her why. And then she plays it every morning. Do what works for you, but do something. Do something. So, as I bring this session to a conclusion, I don't know if anybody has any comments or anything you want to say or add to this. You can still share it afterwards when you're good and ready. But remember that diligence is about doing your best. Even when no one is watching, when no one is seeing you, when no one is noticing it, keep doing your best. Keep putting on the effort. Keep doing the needful. Keep doing the needful. And in time, you will see the rewards of diligence. It's given. You will see them. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not even next week, but you will see, because first of all, you are building you. You begin to see the results in you first, and then you begin to see it out. All right, so thank you so much for joining me once again this afternoon on Growth Habits with Ngozi. Do remember to follow us on all our social media handles: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. Everywhere you go, we're there. So follow us on all our social media handles, especially our YouTube channel. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. These videos are all hosted there. You know, Facebook has this thing that after, I think, 30 days, they delete any live. So you can always go to our YouTube channel and you can watch all our sessions from day one. From day one. They're all there. And do join us next week, Tuesday. We're going to talk about character and competence. That's what we're going to talk about next week, Tuesday. So do join us right here on Growth Habits with Ngozi. I am your guide, and I remain your guide on this journey of growth. Thank you once again for joining me, and see you next week, Tuesday. Right here. 12 noon is the time. Remember, 12 noon is the time. We will soon, anyway, I don't know. We might change the time, but I don't know yet. But for now, 12 noon is our time. See you next week, next Tuesday. Bye, and do have an awesome day.